Welcome to the GMBN Tech Show. Coming up this week, we've got Helping Hands.
A radical full suspension bike.
Metrics.
And much, much more.
Let's go.
OK, over the weekend, it was International Repair Day.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
That's
a good
cool.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a movement that started around 2018, and it's kind of trying to create awareness that, well, we can fix stuff and repair stuff.
Nice.
And I know it might sound a bit daft to mountain bikers, but it feels like actually quite a lot of modern products that aren't mountain bikes aren't often that repairable.
Now you say it.
Yeah.
I guess not, yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a few things. I mean, should we all start sort of like zip tying and duct taping everything?
Well, I wouldn't say everything.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, there are certain things you can get by
Yes.
repairing with duct tape and a zip tie, or a zip tie. But there are certain things where I think you should look for the proper, more permanent solution with it.
I think that's valid, and I think actually, I guess what's quite fun is that if you're a mountain biker, well, even now, but if you're a mountain biker like me, way into the mists of time, you just had to get good at fixing stuff because you were kind of often, maybe you weren't out in the middle of nowhere, but you were still a long walk from civilization, so you had to kind of fix stuff. I remember breaking a chain for the third time.
Wattage monster.
No, I was just bodging a single speed and I wasn't very good at bodging.
Oh.
So I snapped the chain for the third time, and then because we didn't have quick links back in the day, I sound very old when I'm saying this, probably, don't I? I was using a chain tool to like refix the chain again and then broke the chain tool. So I then bought a Toe Peak Alien, and I've still got that probably 20 years going.
That's fair.
But I think it's that thing of lots of mountain bikers, we have to fix stuff, whether it be a flat tyre or a broken chain, more often. So I think it's a good thing. It's an advantage for us mountain bikers.
And I think, in all honesty, that's how I got into working on bikes professionally.
Oh, nice.
So I started off, I'll admit it wasn't a mountain bike, it was a really cheap fixie.
Yeah.
And sort of progressively worked my way through breaking basically everything on the bike.
Right.
Until it was Trigger's broom in the end. I'd sort of learned to replace everything on it with all these other bits I'd sort of sourced from elsewhere. And it's in doing jobs like that and, repairing things.
But that is the thing. I think we, as mountain bikers, do repair things. Yeah. It's a good thing. I think a lot of the kind of early engineering that we've had in bikes has helped that. And I feel like there was almost a tipping point where that almost went away. But it feels like there's lots more brands and kind of designing and engineering bikes to be better and longer lasting. Yeah. So, we made a little list, didn't we?
Yeah, so it's more accessory based, but Garmin have got the replaceable sort of backplate
sort of wings. Ears or wings, yeah.
I have had to use them, unfortunately, I have.
No, but I think that's a really good thing. Like, the first Garmins didn't have it, and now they've gone mountain bikers. They're a bit tough with stuff.
A bit clumsy at times as well.
Yeah. So here's a fix for it. I think that's quite fun. Yeah. Crank Brothers have done refresh kits since, well, for a long, long time. I think at least 15 years. So you can replace the bearings, you can replace axles, you can replace like the slide bearings, you can replace seals, and effectively, well, actually all the small parts as well. So you could, if you're really keen, rebuild your whole Crank Brothers pedal. Yeah. But the refresh kits are there, and I think it's really fun that you buy a product and you can have service kits. Obviously, other pedal manufacturers have got service kits out there too. Sometimes they're harder to find. What else is there?
We're seeing particularly a lot of wheel brands. Yeah. They'll offer sort of a warranty or sort of crash replacement on carbon and now some aluminium alloy rims as well. A little bit more on the news on this, but Reynolds, actually, there's a really interesting story from Reynolds there. I know FSA on many of their carbon wheels actually offer a life warranty on them.
Yeah, they do. And cool. A bit of a segue, it's wheel related, tyre inserts.
Oh.
So it's not so much a repair thing, but it's one of those things that, and I know early versions were really kind of, for some people, a nightmare to fit. I had my own nightmares with some of the, I guess, sort of like the original innovators in that space.
Okay. Yep.
That's the polite way of saying it. They were a nightmare to fit. But thankfully, like, newer versions, and I guess like the Vittoria Airliners, I know they're one of our partners, but I think they're a really good example of how these inserts have gotten so good. Yep. And I'll tell you why they're so good. I mean, it's not just a sales plug of like, you must buy this. But if you're running tubeless, having an insert means that, well, you can probably run lower pressures. Yeah. And you can run at low pressures, which is great for grip and all that kind of gnarly tech stuff that we talk about. But it's also good because, well, this will protect your rim and your tyre. Yep. So it's kind of like making 2 expensive bits last longer.
Yeah.
And if all else fails and you fail to fix that flat, we can actually ride home in it.
Yeah.
So I just think it's really fun.
Yeah.
Also, I think we need to talk about a cult that has died away.
Oh, go on.
No, it's a good thing because we had this lightweight cult affect mountain biking, and it kind of drifted over everything. And I think we can blame the cross-country racers. We need to blame someone.
Yeah.
And at the time, it was all about just everything was lightweight. So trimming bars down to ridiculously narrow widths, running ridiculously skinny tyres. There was one pro who did go on to do quite well and then not so well, who used to trim his tyre knobs down. So that this is like well, it's probably about the same time as like the semi-slick tyres were coming out. But I think one thing that's been really good is that, yes, the industry moved with this lightweight cult, but then it's kind of gone, hang on, is this really what people are doing on bikes?
Yeah.
Probably not.
No.
And as businesses, we want people to enjoy our bikes for longer and enjoy their life for longer. Yeah. So chasing this cult of lightweight, thankfully, has sort of melted away a bit, and it has meant that bikes have crept up in weight, but I think it's a good thing.
Sort of better built. More,
exactly.
Tonka toys.
Essentially,
sort of
but I think that's how we're riding, isn't it? Like, if you compare super light bikes from back in the day to then you look at, say, the Propane Hugie, which is not a heavy bike.
No.
It could be a little bit lighter, but it's really well rated. Like, I think it's ASTM 4 category, or maybe. So it's like one down from DH, and it's a little shorter travel trail bike. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, you've nailed it.
Okay, phew. Right, I think we should kind of keep this momentum of fixing stuff because we've already learned how to, and if you haven't, I guess we should shout out to people like Topi, people like Part Tool as well, who help us and help you fix stuff, be that on the trail or in a workshop. And if you've not looked at any of their videos, then have a look. Have a look at our videos on how to make all of your bike stuff last longer. And then I guess it comes to a bit of a question. What repairs do you want to see us do more? And what repairs don't you want to do any more ever again? Are you one of those people that fixes tubes all the time?
If I ran tubes...
Oh. Well, let us know in the comments. What was your last Trailside fix?
Yeah, very good. What was my last Trailside fix?
No pressure. Fix? You can also answer in the comments.
Ooh.
I know. There you go. Think food for thought. And one last one. Would you like us to try and fix some different frames? Which ones? Let us know in the comments down below.
And we're on to the news.
Excellent.
Yes, so it was International Repair Day over the weekend.
Yep.
And there was also some really cool news from Reynolds recently as well. So, in a slightly sadder vein, it's always a bit sad when we see a bike brand have to shut its doors because it doesn't just affect the people there at the business. I said that we are all bike people. We are all one big bike family. But for consumers as well, they've obviously put that faith in that brand and their product, and they've sort of been left in the lurch a little bit with no support or backup.
Yeah.
So recently there's been the closure of CSS. So it's a carbon composite powerhouse, basically sort of behind sort of Forge and Bond, and they've also made rims for the likes of Chris King and Revel. Yeah. But essentially, Reynolds have announced they're stepping up to help customers now that CSS has shut the doors. Nice, because CSS, well, Forge and Bond and some of the other associated brands were essentially one of their like USPs is that, they're carbon fibre rims, but they've got a lifetime warranty, so that's really good. Yeah. But now the company's folded, you're a bit like, Oh, great. So, really nice thing of Reynolds, who've already got a lifetime warranty on their rims, to back this up. Exactly. So what Reynolds are offering is a crash replacement pricing on complete Reynolds wheel sets to anyone with wheels affected by the shutdown and now lack of OE support. OK, nice. Which is really cool. Yeah. So I think Todd Tanner, Director of Wheel Development at Reynolds, said, "We didn't create this problem, but we can help solve it. Reynolds has always stood behind its riders, and when we saw uncertainty facing owners of CSS-built wheels, we knew we could offer a good faith solution. Our priority is to keep riders rolling on wheels that they can trust." Yeah, very nice. Very good. Yeah, very good. And Todd Tanner, a name that some of the more vintage mountain biker will know.
Okay, we've got a bike that is a tongue twister, at least for me. This is from Revel, who are another brand that sort of, were at Sea Otter earlier this year. They've got, I think, 3 new bikes, and then very quickly after Sea Otter, it was like they were going bankrupt and almost disappeared and sort of into a vacuum. But then they popped back up again with the original founder of the business, and thankfully they're making fun stuff again. This one is an engineering and prototyping exercise, and it's a very, very good-looking one. So previously they'd showed their Rodeo 3D printed bike, and often 3D printed is like titanium or metal bits, but it was a like carbon composite bike, the Rodeo. So
it was a big travel bike as well.
It was, monster trucky type. Was it 200mm?
Yeah.
So this is titanium with 3D printed bits, and it does look really good. Even the link is titanium, which often is aluminium, but it's got nice anodizing. So opposed to having a horizontal shock, it's a vertical one. Apparently the kinematics, whilst it looks like a horse link, apparently it's not a horse link. So it's through Canfield balanced suspensions, the CBF.
Yes.
I think that's, balanced force. Correct me where I'm wrong. Apparently it works very well, grips well on the climbs, apparently very good on the downs, sprints like it's got a motor, apparently.
Nice.
Some of the other Revel bikes actually have motors. Lots of titanium, lots of apparently grade 5 injunctions, and then hand-welded grade 9. Lots of interesting details there. But it looks great. I think that's the exciting thing. As is, it's got clearance for 2.6 tyres, 31.5 pounds, that's 14.2 kgs in new money. Interesting. Nice. Looks good.
Yeah. Actually, I saw the head tube on that and thought it looked really clean.
It does.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Build. Onto jazzy-looking metal parts as well. Freedom Coast have got an AXS pod clamp.
Yes.
So this has been thrown around, I think, multiple chats we've got going here at the office. But have you ever found yourself struggling to position your axis shifter pod?
I have, to be honest.
Yeah,
the buttony thing is not as ergonomic as you might imagine.
No. So you do have to occasionally sort of move your hand away and sort of strain your thumb a little bit to change, but first world problem, I know. But there's some really cool looking solutions now from Freedom Coast. So you've got these jazzy anodized ones, and essentially it turns that pod 90 degrees, and then you can sort of forward, aft, and then sort of on that axis as well.
Yeah, it just kind of looks like it's actually finished. That sounds a bit harsh, but yeah. I guess it's not quite as light as the SRAM one.
No, but
it does offer a position where you can actually get it where your thumb is on your handlebar.
Yeah.
So that is good.
And on the subject of lightness, each clamp comes with 5 different coloured titanium bolts.
Wow, Thai bolts.
They're all backed with a lifetime warranty.
Wow, okay, there we go. That's good warranties. But obviously don't forget to prep that titanium bolt.
Exactly. So pricing on that is £42 sterling or $54.
Which is on the pricier end, but there we go. Thai.
Yeah.
I've got to run out. Not new, but still new to the office, so I figured they're new. And worth mentioning, Stamp 3s from Crank Brothers. So it's another one of their flat pedals, and like all their flat pedals are available in 2 sizes, but these ones are quite fun because these are they've got the top tier ones. They've got the really top tier ones. They're like level 11, where you've got titanium axles and jazzy gold and black colourways. And these are sort of more the mid-level ones. They're about £120. So if that's more your top level, then so be it. But big thing is, as well as the 2 sizes, is that these ones have got magnesium pedal body. So they're actually real light, adjustable pins, you've got 10 on each side. Concave, only 16mm thin. But all replaceable bearings. So it's got double lip internal seal, Eiger slide bearing, double cartridge bearing. So I just thought they were really nice.
That's cool.
I don't think we've seen them before, so I'm looking forward to trying them out. And if you don't like this kind of silver, they are available in black as well.
Oh, nice.
So there we go. Great.
Cool. So there was a big bike event on in Utah over the weekend.
Wasn't another gravel one, was it?
No, it wasn't.
We've got to keep the gravel on a low key.
For now.
Big event.
Big event. No? Free ride?
Oh. In the North Shore?
Not a little bit further south.
Oh, right, okay.
So,
Rampage.
Yes, there we go.
The age of ramps.
So, massive event, really cool event. Everyone's been sort of digging throughout the week, and then sort of culminates in a weekend of big sends and, if I'm honest, some pretty nasty offs.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a separate debate, probably not on tech, all about the...
No, that's for the
has
main
it gone
channel
too
boys.
big? Yeah.
But we did see Specialised and Troy Lee Designs have collaborated to produce 3 uniquely hand-painted stump jumpers to celebrate this year's Red Bull Rampage. And the cool thing with it is, the paint's actually got bits of dirt in from the event.
I think some of my bikes have got like dirt in their paint as well. I mean, they've not been painted by Troy Lee.
No, but
they might just look dirty, but it's a thing, it's a vibe I'm going for.
Yeah, so essentially log in, I think it's on the Specialised website, you can sort of go in, put your details in, and then that enters you into the prize draw for it.
Oh, prize draw, right, I see.
And you get to win the really cool flight case, I think the bike comes in as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Switching gears.
Oh.
So, we talked about Bespoked Bike Show last week. It felt like a year ago, but it was only a week. So essentially, it's a handmade bike show where there are a lot of custom bikes there that are very blingy. Not probably as blingy as some of the paint jobs from that Ramp Age event that you were talking about, but it did remind me that not all of the bikes that are handmade in the UK have to be mega expensive. And Rat Bikes is one of those. You might not have heard of Rat Bikes, but you should do. This one we're going to talk about first is the Dad Rat. So, yeah, Rat Bikes is the brainchild of BTR. So there's a guy called Berth who runs BTR. BTR makes some really amazing bikes. They've got a couple of hardtails. Probably the most iconic is their Gasser full suspension like downhill bike. I think it won an award at last year's Bespoke in Manchester. And it's like a big burly bike and it looks rad. And it's custom made, and there's often loads of custom options on it, which immediately, as soon as you're hand making a bike and then you add loads of custom mods, makes it more expensive. So Berth's really keen to create a model that he can do that's sort of sustainable for him, but also, well, is better for lots of consumers. So the price on this frame is 650 quid, and he's making it. And effectively, at the moment, there's the Dad Rat, and it can be built up as like a sort of burlier gravel bike or an XC bike, or, well, you can just build it up in any way you want. And whilst there's kind of 3 sizes and there's like all these different build options, just, you know, let your imagination run wild of what it can be in between gravel and cross-country, there's only one colour, which is black. But I think it's really fun.
That's cool.
Loads of details on, BTR Fabrications website. I think it's just interesting that you can get a UK-made bike for 650 quid.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Not bad. Let's talk performance.
Yes.
Parts.
Do you want me to talk about this one? Because it is quite weird.
Go for it.
OK, right. Bike Metrics, so they make lots of stuff to do with data capture, which is often called telemetry, but telemetry isn't data capture. Some people who do data capture get really annoyed when you say your bike's got telemetry on it. It's a fun one. If you want to annoy anyone, just remember that one. So this is described as an axle damper.
OK.
And effectively, it's a really diddy, tiny, really little dune mass damper that you bolt onto your fork.
Yep.
And it's meant to do some of the things that a tune mass damper can do. You've done a video just recently on how adding weight to your bike, I mean, that's to do with sprung weight versus unsprung mass and how the suspension can change. Yeah, I feel like, well, we've done another video previously all about tune mass dampers. They're kind of, big and small. I guess the best analogy for them all is they're a bit like noise-cancelling headphones.
That's a very good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not because it blocks out sound, it's that it works on a certain frequency. So your noise-cancelling headphones pick a certain frequency of noise, and then these tune mass dampers can work. So I'm really intrigued by this little device because it looks like such a tiny, tiny device that how much can it actually do? But if it's doing enough, maybe it is enough. Well, it's available. Available now. Yours for €180, which, is spendy, but maybe it makes a difference. Yeah. Let us know in the comments down below if you think we should get one.
Nice. Right, and I'll throw this one to you as well. The Manubuild basket.
Oh, yeah.
I know you like a basket.
We can do basket chat. Right, baskets. Baskets on the front of like mountain bikes, in general, rigid bikes, because of how you have to support it. Although actually, I think Toe Peak do a mount that you can mount on your suspension fork, a bracket, and then you can put a rack on. But essentially, we covered these bikes at the Bespoke show. Some people were a bit like, what's going on? Other people were like, yeah, that's great. essentially we're putting a rack on the front of a rigid mountain bike, and you can put stuff in it, and it's quite nice. Or you can put a bag in it, and that's quite nice. And yeah, like Manival are making this dedicated cage or rack. It's made by Caddy, who you might know. It's not Caddy VW. It's Caddy who make... In the UK, we call them shopping trolleys. You may call them shopping carts where you're from. But essentially, they're like a really big manufacturer of metal stuff. And Manival have sourced it with them. So, yeah, yours for €90. And it comes with a kind of like racky, supporty bits too.
Cool, mega.
Yeah, I know, bit of fun.
We're going to stick with metal things.
Excellent.
So Starling have announced a very limited run of full 27.5 wheeled swoops.
So front triangle and rear triangle versus like a mixed wheel size. Got you. Right, OK, yeah.
So the swoop is their 160 or 130.
Because it's got this slidey, raily, chippy, flippy thing on it. Yep.
Reynolds 853 steel full sus. So simple, zero faff design. In this case, it is specable with Öhlins fork and shock, bike yoke dropper and Hope finishing kit. And this iteration is available in a very limited run of either black or pumpkin, or as I like to call it, orange, which does look amazing. Pricing on that starts at £2,046.67.
Not 2,047, but I like that.
Yeah.
Very precision. Yeah. Nice. I mean, it is made in Bristol mostly, so that's pretty rad. Yeah, there you go. So we've had 2 made in the UK bikes.
Yeah, there we go.
One little thing, it's not really a bike, and it is unfortunately UK-centric. I believe maybe it's Euro happening as well, but Decathlon in the UK are going to offer 20% trade-in across all its bikes. And when I read this, I've got to be honest, I was a little bit confused.
It took me 2 reads to understand it.
Yeah. So essentially, they've got a buyback scheme. So you have to be a member of, like, I don't know, the Decathlon Club, effectively, where you get a discount card anyway. But essentially, you will get... They can return any brand of bike in a certain time frame to Decathlon's in-store team, and you'll receive a discount card with 20% off. So, yeah, you can trade in and get 20% off a bike.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Available until November the 2nd. So, you've got, quite a bit of time, but still, that's good. Nice. Let us know what your thoughts are on the news and, that Decathlon thing. It's quite fun, I think.
Yeah. Quiz time.
Love a quiz.
So, last week on the show, we asked...
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So, the weekend prior to that show, we saw Cannondale Factory's Charlie Aldridge win his first Elite World Cup. So, we asked when and who won Cannondale's first World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, I kind of had an inkling of who it was, but even I had to research because there was a couple of people where I was like, it could be this person or this person. And actually, I thought loads of people would get this because the person that was the winner is like a massive icon for some of a certain vintage. Yeah. Actually, multiple vintages, which is a separate point. So we think it was Tinker Juarez in Canmore World Cup in 1994. So brief bit about Tinker. He was a BMX legend. Some say he actually started like bull riding. Nice. So he was like the person that took a BMX from racing and took it somewhere else. He was then a legend in mountain biking, World Cup winner multiple times. He then moved to ultra racing, first on the road and then off-road, and and is still riding now. So, and specifically, we did say World Cup, not World Championship. Yes. So, apologies to those that were really close. So the winner, or correct answerer, as it's just a quiz and just for fun, is Bob Shy 132.
Nice. Well done, Bob.
Very good.
So this week's question.
Yes.
We mentioned Rampage.
Oh, that event. Yeah, now I've got you. Yeah.
Simple one. Who won the first Rampage?
Ooh. That's quite hard.
Yeah.
OK, cool. Answers in the comments.
Time for cool stuff we've seen. So what cool stuff have we seen this week, Owen?
Well, I think these are all your picks. So I think you should go through them all.
Right.
What have we got?
Strap in. So, I've got to mention a couple of bikes from Rampage.
Fair enough. Again,
They look really cool. Like, they're cool bikes anyway, but big events like this normally bring out artists and you get all these collaborations.
Yeah,
and then
valid.
Bikes and thrown off cliffs, which is quite cool. So Carson Storch had a propane rage with, I think he called it a Mountains on the Moon ride wrap by Chris Benchitler. Sorry, I've probably just butchered the name, but it does look really cool.
Yeah, that does look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then another one I spotted from the women's event.
Good, yeah.
Was Harriet Burbage Smith's Canyon Talk with like a tie-dye white, teal and orange. And I think it just looked really smart.
Yeah, that does look very good, yeah.
So loads of really cool bike builds and sort of paint finishes
at
the event. So let us know down in the comments which was your favourite, men's and women's.
Yeah, very, very valid, yeah. Just comments about the paintwork, not about the job, about the event. That's good. Right, should we do a hashtag Ask GMBN Tech?
Let's do a hashtag Ask GMBN Tech.
Awesome, right. Daniel Zazanto, 2955. Maybe that's his gearing. Could be. When will we finally have a mostly unified standard? I mean, we could stop the question there, to be honest, because that would be a fantastic wormhole to fall into. But specifically on camera, headlight mounts on helmets, finicky straps, sticky pads, and more annoying every day. It's a valid question.
Valid question.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So, unfortunately, I don't think we will.
Maybe we could do if all the helmet brands and light brands all work together and say, okay, here's a standard.
Yep.
But I guess that's a bit like a standard for a bottom bracket. And we all know we'd like one standard.
We'd love one.
Yeah, all like headsets, we'd all like one standard, but there are many.
Yeah. I think within a brand, there might be a OE solution that fits multiple models.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, if you are looking at just swapping things between helmets, yes, having that strap system is going to be the easiest solution for you. It's just one thing I think we briefly discussed is if you are putting action cameras or massive lights on your helmet, just bear in mind if you do smack your lid, it can cause all sorts of issues.
Yeah, I guess it's like twofold, isn't it? So the helmet's been designed to, in general, be a roundish shape. And we've got peaks on mountain bike helmets these days. That's a whole separate question of why we've got those. But often they've got a breakaway design, so they're kind of like they'll slide up or they'll pop off or they'll do something so that they don't catch and stay fixed and then move your head and rotate the helmet. I guess the extra step then, if you're bolting something relatively robust to it, to the thing that's meant to be squidgy and protect the important stuff inside. It's an extra thing, isn't it? What I would say with lights is there's quite a few different brands that do sort of like clamps, and then they'll also have like little tethers. A really good idea to run the little tether and the clamp slightly looser. I'm only speaking from experience. I didn't have a helmet light on at the time, but essentially my head and helmet caught a branch. And it was like a crux climby thing. And yeah, basically cricked my neck really badly. I kind of like over-rotated a vertebrae. It was quite awkward. Quite embarrassing, really, because it was uphill and not very gnarly at all. But yeah, had I looked ahead, I probably wouldn't have. I would have been okay. But it's that thing of if you're bolting something very rigid to your helmet and it can't pop off, well, it'll probably just pull you off the bike. So yeah.
But in a sort of lighter vein than that, there are some OE solutions from brands that do have a really good breakaway system on them.
Exactly.
So magnetic solutions. They do have sort of the limits in terms of what sort of weight you can put onto them. So the size of light and camera can be determined by that. But
so no red camera on the top there. Not allowed. Just smaller action cams. But yeah, we would like a standard. It'd be nice.
Time for your comments.
Ooh.
And there were loads of comments last week about bespoke bikes and sort of artisan builds. After your trip.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was very fun. I think it was quite balanced, actually. I think some people were kind of like, yeah, some of them are bonkers and stupid, so why bother? And then other people were kind of very much like, well, no, some of it's art. But let's dive in. So MTB Stewart, great name there. I wish I'd got that. Love bespoke bikes, as well as well beyond my reach, but you don't have to spend a fortune to get something different. He's got 3 steel frame bikes, a rigid 29er plus. 29 plus. That's an episode we need to talk about.
That's cool.
Hardtail 27.5, and he's got a mullet, aka MX, wheel size enduro bikes. None of them cost a lot of money, 720 quid, 400 quid, and 750, and they're kind of like used and then sold old frames and switched them around. But everywhere he gets comments and questions about them. So yeah,
that's cool.
Custom is good.
Nice. From I would say CMAC Irvin 4088. These are basically ridiculously expensive art projects in bike form. A few are usable, but most not so much.
Yeah, I mean, if that's your opinion, that's great. Yeah. I would disagree. I think a lot of the bikes at Bespoke are already sold, and I guess I kind of had a wonderful debate with somebody in the comments on one of the custom builds about being single speed and how that's just stupid. And yeah, if you live somewhere mountainous or you live somewhere where there's like steep hills, you're completely correct. Single speed is a really bad idea. But I'm really lucky in the fact that where I live in a sort of like, you could say geographically challenged due to its flatness, location, single speed, it works for me. And I think that's the thing with all these Bespoke bikes, is that for the person that's bought them or they're aimed for, they're just chef's kiss. They're perfection. Right, what else we got?
From Steve Field 3380, like the artisanal stuff, never going to buy it, but nice to see.
Yeah, there we go.
I think to appreciate.
It is a bit like art, isn't it? In that thing of like it might provoke a reaction. You might love it, you might hate it, but it's done something. Okay. Oh, this was from my video. There we go. Sean Kane, 9462. Absolutely stunning build. Why? Thank you. Thank you very much. It was a big team effort.
And then last comment from Ian Harding, 3044. Lots of numbers in the names this week.
There is.
Lovely bike. Where are you going to film its first ride?
That is a good question. I don't know. I feel like it needs to be somewhere really special for that first ride.
Yeah.
Where could it be? Have to think. What are we looking forward to this week on the show?
Well, I'm going to show you how to bleed the latest generation of SRAM mineral brakes.
Oh, very good, because they've made the switch, of course.
There we go. Yeah. And I believe you've got some top winter hacks to impart on us.
Indeed, yeah. Because winter in the Northern Hemisphere can be somewhat challenging.
Yes.
And I address some of those challenges. And no, my option is not flying somewhere sunny. So yeah, it's worth a watch. Enjoy. And if you've got any comments on any of the news or that right to repair, let us know in the comments down below.